The truth behind the rumors, BTS's V, Jungkook's emotional moment, and the power of responsible information. In a world where every movement of a global superstar is scrutinized, even the smallest rumor can ignite a wildfire of speculation. Once again, the K-pop world has found itself in the eye of a storm, this time revolving around two beloved members of BTS, V, also known as Kim Taehyung, and Jungkook. A series of unverified claims and emotional footage has led to a flood of concern among fans, raising deep questions about mental health, public pressure, and the heavy responsibilities shouldered by public figures in the military. What started as an anonymous post escalated into a full-blown media narrative, only to be later contradicted by formal statements. But what does this episode reveal about the emotional toll fame can take, and the importance of separating fact from fiction? The controversy began with a seemingly innocuous post on a South Korean online forum, claiming that Kim Taehyung had been transferred to a different military unit to receive special care. According to the post, this change was not part of a routine reassignment but allegedly related to his mental and emotional state. No evidence was provided, yet the story spread like wildfire, capturing attention across multiple social media platforms. This came as a shock to many who view V as the embodiment of poise, elegance, and emotional resilience. Adding fuel to the fire was a recently aired interview featuring Jungkook, who is currently pursuing solo music activities. During the conversation, he was asked about the BTS members serving in the military. When Taehyung's name was brought up, Jungkook visibly struggled to contain his emotions. He paused, lowered his head, and with a trembling voice said, "We all have our own burdens, but Taehyung, he's dealing with something not easy." The clip showing Jungkook's teary-eyed expression quickly went viral, further intensifying speculation about V's condition. Given Jungkook's typically composed and reserved public demeanor, his emotional response became a red flag for many. Fans, already on edge from the earlier rumors, interpreted this moment as a confirmation that something was seriously wrong with Taehyung. Social media was soon flooded with messages of concern, theories, and heartfelt wishes for V's well-being. The idea that such a strong and charismatic figure could be struggling behind the scenes deeply unsettled the ARMY community. The sudden wave of concern wasn't just about one member of BTS, it struck at a broader anxiety. Serving in the military is a duty required of all able-bodied South Korean men, but for global celebrities like BTS, the transition into such a regimented, high-pressure environment can be particularly jarring. Constant media attention, a loss of creative freedom, the absence of familiar routines, and the emotional weight of leaving behind millions of fans, all combine to create a unique form of stress. Mental health experts have long highlighted the psychological vulnerability of public figures, especially K-pop idols. Dr. Min Jae-mi, a South Korean psychiatrist who specializes in treating high-profile individuals, noted in an interview that the mental strain faced by celebrities is far more complex than the public often realizes. "These individuals live under a microscope," she said. When they transition into the military, the isolation, loss of control, and culture shock can unearth unresolved emotional issues. It's within this context that speculation around Taehyung's condition gained momentum. Anonymous military insiders hinted that some celebrities receive psychological support during service. While some are enrolled in therapy programs as a precautionary measure, others may only receive care if serious emotional distress is observed. Though no names were given, fans couldn't help but connect the dots. Was Taehyung among those receiving special therapy? Was Jungkook's reaction a silent plea for help? Amid growing public concern, the silence from both HYBE labels and military officials spoke volumes. Rather than issuing immediate denials or confirmations, the agency released a vague statement affirming that the BTS members were carrying out their duties in accordance with standard procedures. The military, for its part, declined to comment on individual cases, citing privacy and internal protocols. This lack of concrete information only fanned the flames of speculation. Fans and media outlets began dissecting past interviews and public appearances of Taehyung, searching for signs of emotional distress. A 2022 interview where he confessed to feeling empty after performing gained renewed attention. When the lights go out and the crowd disappears, I sometimes feel incredibly alone, he had said. What once seemed like a passing emotional reflection now appeared to some as a cry for help. Even other celebrities seemed to weigh in indirectly. Singer IU, known to be on friendly terms with several BTS members, posted a message on her social media: "Mental health is not negotiable. No matter who you are." Although she didn't name anyone specifically, many interpreted it as a show of support for Taehyung. As the narrative continued to spiral, many failed to ask a critical question: what if these assumptions were wrong? As powerful as Jungkook's emotions were, it was still unclear what he was truly referring to. And while online forums can serve as important whistleblower spaces, they are also notorious for spreading misinformation. Eventually, amid growing demands for transparency, both the military and HYB were compelled to break their silence more directly. The military division where Taehyung is currently serving released a formal written statement, making it unequivocally clear that he is fulfilling his duties without any medical exceptions. There is no special treatment or therapy being provided, the statement read. Kim Taehyung is in full compliance with the standards expected of all soldiers. Shortly after, HYB labels released a detailed follow-up statement. The agency denied all claims related to Taehyung's mental or physical health issues and criticized the rampant spread of unverified information. Reports suggesting that any BTS member is undergoing special therapy are baseless, the company stated. Spreading such misinformation only causes unnecessary concern and harms both the artist and the public. The most significant clarification came with the release of the full, unedited version of Jungkook's interview. When viewed in context, it became evident that his emotional moment was not related to any specific concern about Taehyung's health. Instead, he had been expressing general sadness over the group's current separation, reminiscing about their camaraderie and the bond they shared before military service temporarily pulled them apart. This saga highlights a troubling trend in contemporary media and fandom culture: the tendency to jump to conclusions based on limited evidence, and the emotional rush that accompanies viral content. While fans' concern for their idols is deeply sincere, it becomes problematic when that concern turns into pressure, speculation, and the spread of rumors that can have real-world consequences. This incident also raises ethical questions about the responsibility of media outlets and content creators. In a competitive digital landscape, the temptation to publish sensational headlines often outweighs the obligation to fact-check. But when the subjects are real people,